Namaste everyone. Welcome to Module 1 Introduction for the S4 Yoga 200 RYT Certification Program. So, this manual has been carefully crafted and serve as a guide and companion for your journey throughout the certification process. We are going to look into the first and the most important thing, what are the Yoga Alliance standards of requirement for a student to receive the 200 RYT certification. So this manual and the entire program for the 200 RYT certification program has been created in alignment with the Yoga Alliance standards, and it has been approved by Yoga Alliance. These are the certification requirements. So let's take a moment to review them. For a 200 RYT certification, according to Yoga Alliance, we need to have 75 hours of practice for techniques, trainings, and practice, which includes the three main aspects, which are asana, meditation, and pranayama. Next up is 30 hours of teaching based on anatomy, physiology, and biomechanics. Third aspect is the yoga humanities, about 30 hours for yoga history, philosophy, and ethics. The fourth aspect is 50 hours of professional essentials such as the teaching methodology, professional development, and practicum. And the fifth aspect is 15 hours of an elective. For our program, we have selected the chair yoga as an elective. Now that we have covered the basics, let's look at how S4 Yoga 200 RYT certification program is built. We have used a lot of years of experience and training and come up with a program which is very simple to follow, very easy to follow. When you are talking about a certification program, it can become very overwhelming for students because there are 8 limbs of yoga. What is yama? What is niyama? What is dharana, dhyan, asana, meditation, pranayama, kosha, klesha, bandha, mudra. Lot of topics to cover, right? But we have made it very simple in our program. We have split the entire training module focusing on the three main aspects, which is the asana, pranayama, meditation, anatomy, in 5 levels. We are going to have students of variety of background, some with really good physical fitness, some with the beginner physical fitness. So asanas have been developed from level 1 all the way to level 5. Same with the basic understanding of pranayama, of meditation, of anatomy. We are going to guide you slowly and gently through the entire process. So we expect the students to understand completely the basics of level 1, understand it completely, thoroughly, and then move on to level 2. We are expecting the students to blindly follow the program because we have spent a lot of time, efforts, and trainings in coming up with a very easy program for anyone in the world to follow, be it any age, any sex, any physical fitness level. Even if you have no knowledge of yoga and are interested in getting into the yoga world, or if you are fully knowledgeable about yoga, we are going to treat everyone equally, and so we have created a program. Now, what is the significance of this level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5? We believe that in order to, let's just talk about asanas. In order to get into a headstand, which is a level 5 pose, first we need the student to understand how to get into a dolphin, to get their shoulder stretches done correct. Now, in order to properly get into dolphin, we need the student to learn one thing before that, which is how to properly do a downward dog. So all these poses are linked to each other. And once you learn the basic concepts of how to do a proper forward fold, a proper downward dog, a proper upward dog, what are the applications, how to use it, how to modify it, how to learn it, how to use the blocks, how to use the supports, straps to get you into the proper pose to develop the flexibility. Then it becomes much easier and the student becomes much confident when he gets into the second level. You learn more there and then you get into the third level and the fourth level. So that's how we have sequenced. Same with pranayama. Pranayama is the technique of breathing. There are different ways of breathing. We have covered many different types of pranayamas in our program. But we are going to start from the basic and we are going to unlearn all the things that we have learned so far. We are going to start fresh. So we are going to make sure that how to properly breathe on a basic level. Let's master that. Then we move on to the alternate nostril breathings, or then move on to kumbhakas, which is a hold, things of that nature. The more higher you go, the complications are more. But since you have covered the basics, you will understand the level 3, level 4, level 5. Same with meditation, same with anatomy. So our basic concept is taking a student as if a student has very less knowledge and physically fitness wise might not be at a peak fitness level, and train them from ground up to become a professional yoga teacher or gain all the knowledge of a 200 RYT certification program. The second chapter, we are going to be talking more about the yoga humanities, which is the basics of yoga history, yoga philosophy, and yoga ethics. It is important for students to have a general idea. We are not expecting the students to go ahead and read the Hatha Yoga Pradapika book, all of it, but a basic understanding of what are the 8 limbs of yoga. Is yoga just a pose? No. Okay, so how does meditation come into play? Okay, now how does the breathing come into play? So there are a lot of different aspects, and we are going to cover a general range of topics of what is yoga, what is its history, how is it beneficial, who should do it, who should not do it, when to do it, how to do it. All the different aspects we are going to cover in the yoga history, yoga philosophy, and the yoga ethics. Then after we go through level 1 through 5, we are going to get into professional essentials. So at that point, as a student, you are aware of the yoga history, philosophy, and you have completed all the levels of training. So you are very well aware of what is asana, what is pranayama, meditation, anatomy. So you are almost ready at that point to become a yoga teacher if you want, or to further your practice, deepen your practice. Yeah. So at that point, professional essentials, which is how to teach a class, what are the cues to use, how to set up a class. We will get into those details. Also, professional development, how you should get your license number from the Yoga Alliance. We'll discuss on that. How to develop a business if you want to open a yoga business, how to develop those. All the different aspects from marketing to liability to the legal aspects of it, ethical aspects of it. We are going to cover all of those things. And then there will be a final test. So let's talk about testing now that we have covered how we have laid out our program. Yeah. In level 1 asana, pranayama, meditation, anatomy, we have a bank of questions, a quiz. The passing is 70%, and the way we have developed the questions, they cover from a very good technical point of view what you need to be a good yoga instructor or a good yoga teacher, or to deepen your practice in the field of yoga. You will have for level 1 asana quiz 1, pranayama quiz 1, meditation quiz 1, anatomy quiz 1, so on and so forth, all the way to level 5. Once you complete all those quizzes, you are done with all the quizzes. You pass all the quizzes, then you look into the professional essentials, learn about that. And our final test is a 60-minute practice session where you are going to act as a teacher, conduct a class. You don't even have to take a class. You can just demonstrate how as a teacher you will take a complete class. Send us the video. Our teachers here will review it, and based on the feedback and the assessment, we will make a determination whether the certification should be granted, or we need to discuss some things with you and maybe redo. Uh, we truly believe that the way we have completed the program and the way we have created the program, it is going to be really helpful if you understand the basics and just follow along the program. Everyone should be able to come up with a good practice session class. So those are like the basics of S4 Yoga 200 RYT certification program. We have already covered like this program is not only for students who are new, but also students who have some experience, some background. Maybe they are focused on asanas and they want to deepen their practice of pranayama. Maybe they want to get more deep into the meditation, the mindfulness. So this course is for people from all backgrounds. Throughout the manual, you are going to find detailed explanation of poses, how to do a pose. Let's just take for example, how to do a chair pose, how to do a chair pose on the wall, on the block, on the with a strap. All those different aspects will be covered. What are the students going to expect during the training? We are going to expect that deepen your practice, explore the yoga philosophy, build teaching skills, personally grow in your yoga journey of self discovery. The biggest misconception that we have nowadays is becoming a yoga teacher means taking a yoga class of poses and coming up with the best class. And that is fine. That is a great thing to strive for. But it is not just about learning postures and techniques, it is about embodying the basic principles of yoga in your daily life. This manual that we have created is one of the tools that you can use during this journey. The more you engage into the material, ask questions, and challenge yourself, the more you are going to gain from this yoga manual. Remember that yoga is a lifelong practice, and the training is just the beginning. We are really honored that you have chosen S4 Yoga program, and we are going to walk alongside with you in this path and look forward to witnessing your growth and transformation over the course of this entire program. What is included in the 200 RYT Yoga Training Manual? So we have our online syllabus. You are going to go through level 1, level 2, level 3. We also are going to give you an entire manual. The manual consists of all the details that you are going to need to learn the 200 RYT certification program basics. Let's talk about asana, pranayama, meditation. Detailed description of yoga postures organized by category. What is a standing pose? What is a forward fold? What is a back bend? What are the twists? What are the inversions? Who should do it? How we should do it correctly? What are the alignment poses? What is the step-by-step instructions to safely guide the students into and out of the posture? Here at S4 Yoga, we have a basic principle that we use. There are 4 steps in a yoga pose. How to get into the pose, how to stay in the pose, how to breathe in the pose, and how to get out of the pose. Everything has to be done safely and correctly according to the old ancient principles of yoga as laid out by Patanjali. We are also going to cover what are the common mistakes that as a yoga teacher you are going to be seeing the students make and how to correct them. We are going to go over the teaching methodology, how to communicate to the students, what are the important things that we should focus on in a class, how to create a safe, inclusive, and a welcoming environment for the students. At S4 Yoga, we believe that yoga is a gift that we want to share with the world and help the world become a healthy place, not only physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. We are going to cover the basics of anatomy and physiology. Now, keep in mind that we are going to cover the basics. We are not doctors. We are not going to be training the students to be doctors. After the class, you will often find students coming to you and asking questions about their medical issues. Keep in mind that our answer should always be that first, make sure you talk to your doctor. Tell the students to make sure they get a clean bill of health from the doctor that they should be able to practice yoga. Yoga is not a cure for ailments. It is a supporting system that, when used correctly, will help reduce the pain, but it will not cure. So always keep this one thing in mind when you are talking to students. If they have knee issue, or if they will tell you, I have sciatica. Okay, if you have sciatica, then what are the things as a yoga teacher you should recommend them to do in the class? Bend the knees, things of that nature. And we are going to cover all of those aspects in detail. If someone gets dizzy during forward fold, tell them to keep their eyes open or don't do a deep forward fold, things of that nature. We have to be very, very careful as professional yoga teachers, and that is one thing that we strive here at S4 Yoga, that we are not medical doctors, we are yoga teachers. We will help the student get physical fitness, get mental fitness, and spiritual fitness through our asanas, through the pranayama and meditation. But if a student has spine related injuries, we really have to focus on making sure that the students has approval from the doctor to practice certain poses and then modify the poses according to the issues that they are facing. We are going to, after the level 1 through level 5, we are going to cover the business of yoga: branding, marketing, legal, financial considerations. On your own, you can also look at like some additional resources, like a recommended reading list for deepening the knowledge of yoga philosophy, anatomy, and teaching methodology. How to use this manual? So you have your syllabus on one side online, and you have the manual. So whenever you are going through the syllabus or on the online school and you're looking at the videos, and if you are thinking, okay, how do I do this particular pose if I need a block? We have given all those explanations in the manual. So the manual is split into really details of every single aspect of the poses, meditation, pranayama. The manual is meant not only for students who are interested in getting a 200 RYT certification from Yoga Alliance. It is for aspiring yoga teachers, of course, but also some dedicated yoga practitioners who want to deepen their understanding and knowledge of yoga. Might be a mindfulness teacher who is great at meditation but does not have the full knowledge about how to get into asanas, how to properly do a sequence for the poses. This will be helpful for those. If you are into asanas, we will provide meditation and pranayama, uh, ex- uh, meditation and pranayama, deepen that practice. So, not only someone who is going to become a yoga teacher will be using this program, it is from people from all walks of life. This is a very comprehensive manual, and we have really poured our heart and soul and all the years of training into creating this manual. This program can also be used by current yoga teachers who are looking for continued education credits, someone who's interested in the yoga lifestyle. All the details that we are seeing on the screen right now are given in the yoga manual in detail. Now, how to complete this course? This is a very common question a lot of students always ask me. So this is a 200 ROIT course. What that means is you need to complete 200 hours of training, right? Now it is up to you. If you are someone who has free time and is dedicating all his or her time to completing the course and is not having another job or school, then you can spend like 12-hour days and then finish the class within like a month, around a month's time frame. Yeah. Now, if you are someone who's a working professional who has family, kids, other responsibilities, you can spend some time extra on the weekends, maybe 5 6 hours, and maybe complete the course within 2 months. The whole objective is 200 hours of training. It is completely up to each individual student to figure out their lifestyle, their hours that they can dedicate to the program and complete the program. We are really excited for the journey ahead, and we are confident that this manual, together with the practical experience you gain in training, will completely prepare you to share the gift of yoga with others. Welcome to your next step in your yoga journey. Namaste, and thank you very much.